Say, man, I'm about as excited as Michael Jordan was right there on that clip on Space Jam. YouTube, Glory Yard Gang, podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cap and Crown. Listen, man, this is episode 15. No Danny Manning. Thought you had me. Thought I was gonna say Vince Carter. Listen, man. We back with a brand spanking new one, man. Y'all already know how we do, man. We here to celebrate the game that we love, and that's the NBA, whether it be new or old, man. If you into that type of stuff, you into that type of content, into NBA content, go ahead and do us a huge favor, man. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, too, man, hit that like button, man, to help us build that algorithm up to find more NBA fans like yourselves. All right, King, man, we got a lot to get into today, man. Draft lottery tonight, some news on old Giannis and other things, man. We also got to run down these playoffs so far, man. See what's really popping out here in these NBA streets, man. You ready to get to it, man?
I am, bro. Let's do this.
All right, man. How we normally start off the show?
I was told.
Oh.
I was told.
I was told.
I was told. I was told.
Listen, King, I was told that two-time NBA MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis, I'm gonna get it. Hold on, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I used to get this name right, man. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo.
Yes, gotta add the clap with the
Greek freak.
The Greek freak himself.
There you go.
Has not made any firm decisions, but for the first time in his career is open-minded about whether he is best fit is remaining in Milwaukee or playing elsewhere. League sources has told ESPN. Well, King, what you think about that, bro? What you know about that? No T.I.
Hey, if you've been a fan of Cap and Crown or shout out to the old show We Talk Mavs, you would know I've been talking about this for years, bro. The writing's been on the wall for me. I've been paying attention. Giannis has been giving hints. Milwaukee Bucks have done everything they could to try to keep him happy. They got him a championship with one of the tries, one of the swings. The second swing didn't really, they kind of struck out with that one. I feel like maybe with his Damian Lillard, I hope he gets better with his injuries and all. But yeah, bro, I knew this was about to happen, and I think it's about to be a seismic wave just in general. I talked about it on Playback yesterday. And I saw everybody was talking about it the day before we even got to the show, but I think it's about to be a major seismic wave that's about to happen this offseason with the NBA between trades, players being like traded. I think it's going to be a lot of players are going to be traded where teams are going to say, hey, I'm not paying this money for you, and no, we're going to move on. You're not the guy. We know that. The front office is going to take back more of the power, I think, into the new CBA or whatever happens between that. And yeah, so I think a lot of things are about to change real quick, and this was one of the things I actually expected. So we'll see. The draft lottery also has some implications for this and what happened in that situation. So I'll talk about that as well. But there's got some choices for some teams.
You said choices. Check this out, man. This also was reported. Giannis is reportedly intrigued, quote unquote, by the idea of playing in a state with no income tax. Let's see. For those who don't know, these would be the teams that will fall under the state with no income tax: the Miami Heat, the Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Dallas Mavericks. So those are the 5 teams. that will fall under the no state income tax teams. So those might be the options that Giannis might be looking at right there. So I'm with you, bro. I think this is probably about time. They played their last chip when signed Dame Lillard. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. He's been hurt. I mean, it is what it is, man. Things out of his control. You know what I'm saying? He got an injury to where I think he might not even be back for the first part of the season next year.
Yeah.
And he's getting up there in age. Their core is getting older. You know, I think Bobby Portis is over 30. We already know Brook Lopez is over 30. Dame is over 30. And they already got rid of Chris Middleton, who was over 30. So I don't think Giannis wants to be part of a rebuild. I think he still feels like he's in that prime spot at his age in the league where he feel like he can still contribute and win championships. And he just wants an opportunity. So one thing I can say, especially for this year's playoffs, they didn't lose because of Giannis. I'm telling you that now. You know, I thought maybe they could make a push for maybe the second round this year, but when they added Kevin Porter, I'm gonna say Michael Porter, Kevin Porter Jr. and your favorite player, your favorite player of all time, Kyle Kuzma, who didn't show up, but we that's a story for another day. But yeah, like I said, bro, I can see it. I know you want to talk about a little bit more later on in the show about your thoughts of where Giannis can land, and you know, got some theories and all that stuff. We'll get into that later, bro. So save that thought. We're gonna get into that. Let's go into this next subject here, man. Check this out. I also was told that the Rockets still have faith in Jalen Green and are no longer interested in Devin Booker. The Rockets have previously held serious interest in Suns' Devin Booker, but team sources say that this is no longer the case. Not only do team officials still have faith in Jalen Green, who is 5 years younger than Booker and $66 million cheaper over the next 3 seasons, but also Booker's struggles last season shifted the thinking on this front.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what you think, bro?
I was already saying before.
Are they right?
Yes. And I'm a fan of Devin Booker, but yes, they're right. And as I just said earlier, the front offices are going to take back the power, so they're not going to just throw money. There's no reason to let Jalen Green just develop and all. I also think this kind of changes the way if the Kevin Durant trade, if he was going to be here. I thought that was one of the pieces as well that could possibly dangle towards Kevin Durant with Jalen Green. So I think you just rock with these guys. Go get your draft guy. Maybe get somebody else. Like, I wouldn't gut my team for an Asian star or a star that's like maybe not even a number one. Like, there's no reason to do that. So I would just rock. You just like you were there. You were Game 7 with Golden State. You feel me? So no, I think you rock with the team. You let Jalen Green get one more year at least. And then, like I said, you have enough draft capital and things like that where you can work around the team and get other pieces if you need to.
I feel like there was shots fired in that comment, bro, what you just made there.
No.
Bro, what was that bullet noise I heard? What was that?
No. I don't know what that was. That was the win.
Oh, okay. How old is Devin Booker now? Is he 30?
I don't think so. He got like 29, right? Lucas.
Oh, okay.
Lucas 26, right?
Yeah.
So Devin Booker might be 28, 29, 28,
okay.
28, maybe 28.
Okay. Bro, so this right here is another hit on Devin Booker's reputation. Remember, he was the best guard in the league, up and coming, all that stuff. These last 2 years, man, I think he started to take a hit. He's been going downwards, you know, as far as his reputation and stuff like that, man. He's becoming an afterthought. It's like, oh yeah, Devin Booker. I'm with you with that thinking. As far as, like you said, he's been struggling over the last couple of years. He's been okay, you know what I'm saying? He's been steady. He ain't been like, oh my God, he's taking over and taking his team to another level or anything. Now it's to the point that, hey, we're sitting there questioning, should we keep Jalen Green over this guy, right? You heard me say this before. Jalen Green's not a number one. I don't think he's a number two or anything. I think he might fit a better role as a 6 man. But if you're telling me that you'd rather keep him over Devin Booker, that says a lot about Devin Booker. Houston to me is like a number one option away, right? Maybe like a Kawhi Leonard type of number one option, like how when Kawhi Leonard went to the Raptors, somebody like that level or whatever, they can plug into the team where you don't got to gut your team completely. You put that player in, like kind of like what Toronto did. They didn't gut their team for Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? And they end up getting Kawhi and Danny Green back in that trade. So if you can get a trade like that, which I don't know if that's possible,
You
but
said
if you
Giannis?
could get a trade, hey, Giannis in Houston would not be a bad. Oh man, Giannis went to Houston, bro. Oh.
You said no state income taxes. It's wait till we get to that point, bro. It's about to be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting this offseason, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. You said speaking of offseason, bro, check this out, man. This is your favorite shooting small forward of all time. Bill Simmons predicts the Lakers will trade Austin Reaves. He says, quote, when Austin Reaves gets traded this summer, and he will get traded, the stuff the Lakers get back for him is gonna make it seem worse that they Mavericks did probably the Mavericks, probably what they meant, didn't get in the trade. A lot of high hopes for Austin Reaves. What's your thoughts on this, King? I know we talked about this before, man. Before I kind of go in on what I think, man, but what's on your mind with this whole Austin Reaves? Is he getting traded? Do you have the jersey on the way? Starch pressed and creased? Laminated? Technical difficulty. Give us like 2 seconds, y'all. All right, what Kings? Oh, there you go. I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now it's like you in the background.
Mic, yeah, it's not through my mic. Hold on. Give me a second. Go ahead, just give your opinion. I got you.
So you already know how I feel about old Austin Reaves. I've said this a million times. I think he kind of falls in that category. I think you said before of the THTs, the Carusos of the world, man. When they played for the Lakers, they were put on this pedestal like they were the best players of all time or whatever, man. To the point they was getting all-star votes and all that stuff. They were media darlings. They were everybody's favorite. Everybody liked to talk about these people, right? That's how I kind of felt like with Austin Reaves. We saw him in the playoffs here. We saw him down the end of the stretch, down the end of the season. I've said this a million times. I don't think Austin Reaves is a top 3 option on the team. He probably best fits a 6-man role. He should not be somebody that you continuously count on every night. And with that being said, I also was told that he was better than Kyrie. So we saw that that's not the case. So that's why I said for me, I don't know how high his stock is right now. I would definitely trade him when you can. Go ahead and trade him now. I mean, because if you wait another year, your stock might get lower, right? So just trade him while you can now. Get what you can for him, man. Because their best opportunity to get the best for him was probably this trade deadline when his stock was at its highest. So yeah, I'm gonna be surprised. I think we both kind of agree that move has to be made. He got to get some more pieces that can complement Luka and LeBron moving forward next year. So what you think, though, bro?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Secondly, Austin Reaves, his number 15 as well, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say him earlier when you were saying that episode. I thought you were gonna say him. But thirdly, bro, yeah, bro, Reaves, I've yelled this for years. If he's not a 6-man, get value for him. Lakers could have got a 1st-round pick for him. I thought you could have went and got like a Cam Johnson with Austin Reaves. Somebody else get a Cam Johnson and some whatnot, and probably a 1st-round pick last year for Austin Reaves. But they did the Taylor Horton Tucker thing all over again. They let him they BS'd us and fell for their own BS, fool's gold, and had him thinking that he was something that he's not. And now his value, I don't know. They probably maybe have to still get a 1st-round pick for him if you get the right team. Excuse me, but like you really could have got a bunch for Austin Reaves, but like at the trade deadline last year. But yeah, bro, they gotta get rid of Austin Reaves. He's not a 6, like I said, he's a 6-man. He wants $30 million a year. I'm not paying $30 million. I'm a 6-man. Let him go somewhere else and try to be that dude and make his money and just keep moving. Fill your holes.
Pause.
Yeah.
Send him to Charlotte.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to be the man? Send him to Charlotte. So because him being a number 1, number 2 option, all that's not gonna work, bro. You're not gonna win a lot of games with that. I'm gonna say probably call those haters or whatever the case is. I mean, I'm not really sold on Austin Reaves. Like as far as being a top 3 option, I've said that a million times, bro. 6-man, it might be the best fit for him. And you got to be, when I say 6-man, you also got to be like the 4th or 5th option. Yeah, like you got to have a couple. You got to have a few options ahead of you, bro. That's what I think.
I don't know why they traded Dalton Connect. I thought they should have traded Austin Reaves. Like Dalton Connect, when you got guys like LeBron and Luka, you put those guys around them. They can be their Kyle Korver and all plus. You feel me? But they banked on Austin Reaves, and I hope the Dalton Connect, bridge isn't burnt. But they didn't have to do that. That was their rookie they could have built with. But yeah.
But yeah, man, that's all we have here, man. For the I was told. What was that segment brought to you by, King?
Fanatics.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Yes, sir, man. It's that time of the show, King. We got to get into the recap. Some of these recaps gonna be real interesting, King. We already know we talking playoffs. And I hope you're not ways off. First up, King, we got the Cavaliers and the Pacers. And guess what? The Pacers are now 3-1 in the series against the Cavaliers. I'm gonna let you take it away, King. What's your takeaway so far from this series, man? Go ahead.
It's over.
You said what now? I hear you. I'm sorry.
I said it's over.
Hold on, let me see make sure my phone. Let me see it right. Okay, you said it's over. Gotcha.
Check, please. Wrap it up. Indiana, get it done. What you in Indiana? Oh, I'm sorry, they in Cleveland.
Yeah,
get it done. If you can't get it done in Cleveland, get it done in Indiana, bro. It's a wrap, bro. Like when Indiana on, Cleveland can't keep up.
Bro, I did not have 80 to 39 in the first half on my bingo card, bro. I did not have it on my bingo card. How do you score 39 points in one half in the playoffs, bro? Now, I was wrong. Now, I still had Indiana as far, of course, but I was wrong. I thought when they got Darius Garland back, I thought it'd be a little bit more competitive. They got Darius Garland back, and they got blown out by 816 points. So, bro, I saw this meme online where they're calling Donovan Mitchell the Joel Embiid of shooting guards because he can't get it past the second round. And I hate to hear that for him, bro. But I guess this also goes to in that whole stereotype that, small guards can't lead you to a championship. I mean, maybe he fits in that category, bro.
I don't got nothing to say, bro, about that one.
Bro, I did not see Cleveland playing this bad, bro. Matter of fact, what did I say? What did I say? Cleveland. I had Indiana in.
You might have said 7 or 6, one of the two.
Okay, I gotta go back and watch it. But bro, I didn't, bro. That's embarrassing, man. And this is gonna be an interesting summer because it's like, what else? They traded for DeAndre Hunter because they needed more length on the wings, and now it's like you got the defensive player of the year. You can't tell, like I said, they scored 80 points on them in the first half. Which they probably will. I mean, because let's be honest, bro, you're not gonna get a lot of free agents.
You gotta run it
coming to Cleveland, so you got to go trade or you got to run it back.
Small pieces. They're gonna have to get some type of role player that's a major piece, something like that. Like they're gonna run it back.
So who's this a hit on, bro? Is this a hit on Donovan or is this a hit on Chucky Atkins? I said Chucky Atkins.
Kenny. Yeah, you asked me that last time. I don't know, bro. Like, is this the Wayne Wade 2.0? But no, bro. Until last game, I think Donovan Mitchell was averaging 40 for the series or something like that. Like, I'm not going to be stupid. So,
yeah, I'm glad you being understanding. A lot of people not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be stupid. You know, I'm critical of Donovan Mitchell at times. I just don't believe he can be that guy. Like, I think Donovan Mitchell, beside somebody, kind of like that Kyrie role I'm talking about, like beside another dude, like would kill, like would be off the chain all the time. But but I don't know. I just don't see Donovan Mitchell as a number one leading the guy to a championship, leading the team to a championship. I've
I
seen it
agree with
scored
you, but
multiple times.
I agree with you. But you know something else too. If you look at Cleveland's makeup, they don't have enough creators on the team. It's really Donovan Mitchell and Garland, if you think about it, right? Everybody else are guys who need to be set up. Even the wings need to be set up. Like DeAndre Hunter and them are not creators, bro. They
Is that
can't go
all
out there
you
and really
need?
get their own buckets. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
Like
all
you
you
need
need?
some excuse me, you're gonna need somebody in that middle tier
All
of
right.
the line. You know what I'm saying? Like in like a wing or something, or maybe a three or something. They can create their own too, bro. Because just those two. Because matter of fact, prime example, look what Dallas did over the offseason, right? They added more wings and more guys can create for themselves on the team to open up the offense. If you just got those two guys doing it and nobody else can do that, that bogs down your offense to where
Dallas
it's like,
got.
yo, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Dallas got past the second round, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just like, you got Darius Garland and
Say, bro, you gonna stop taking shots at Donovan Mitchell, bro.
no, I'm not. It's not about Donovan Mitchell. It's about the team. You got Darius Garland and you got Donovan Mitchell, right? You can stagger their minutes, right? You got two guys. So if you got basically the best front court almost, if the Mavericks aren't healthy in the NBA, basically, then what's going on? You just won 64 games, bro. Like, you won 64. It wasn't a problem then.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm like,
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out, bro. Like I don't know how you get beat like this. You the number one, like you
Donovan's
said. You
not
won.
a number one, bro. I don't know how else to. It's
No,
just
you're
not.
right. But I think there's probably more to it than that.
It is, but
the
it
way
is.
the way the team's made up, it's just like I feel like you don't have enough creators on the team.
But I told you the New York Knicks dodged the bullet when they missed out on Donovan Mitchell and they got Jalen Brunson, right? And I guess the next game we're probably gonna talk about that, right?
Oh, what'd you say? You said next game.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you got the Celtics and the Knicks. You got the Knicks, y'all. They won tonight, 3-1 in the series.
Yep.
We both were wrong about this one, bro. We had the Celtics in 6. We were way off.
Yeah.
Shout out to Demond. What think about this one, bro?
Shout out to JB, bro.
You talking about Jaylen Brown?
Nah, Jalen Brunson, bro. I've been, bro. You know, I've been Jalen Brunson probably. I don't think there's anybody been a bigger fan of Jalen Brunson than me. Like, real talk. Like, just in media, just in general, I've been like Jalen Brunson been my dude, and so to see him, I've been calling him saying he's like a top 10 player at this point. Like saying with the Mavericks missed out on and lost, and people were telling me I'm wild and I'm crazy. You know, he won Clutch Player of the Year like this year, and close to almost winning a Larry Bird championship if he get to another round after this round. So, like, he could win a championship. Like, shout out to them. Shout out to Freezy, man. Shout out to his Knicks. Shout out to the Celtics being a dynasty already, like everybody want to say every year when a team win a championship. Shout out to just everything, man.
Shout out to Demond. But go ahead, you were saying?
Yeah, shout out to Demond as well. But just shout out to Jalen Brunson. Cat doing his thing too. Like Cat, I'm giving him credit. But yo, JB, that dude. Like JB is now he creeping, man. He creeping the top 5. He creeping, bro.
I remember when we talked about this back a couple years back, and then, like you said, folks were questioning. We was like, yo, I was signed a dude to like 25, 30. We were saying that. And people were like, you crazy for that, blah, blah, blah. And I remember I said this on one of the shows, the fact that this dude gets better. He's gotten better, not just in the NBA. In his life, as he picked up a basketball from high school all the way to the NBA, literally every year he's gotten better each year from high school to the NBA. We kept saying this. And so we seeing it now right here. It's happening right here live and in living color, right? We're seeing it right here in the playoffs. Been saying this for the longest, bro. But that's not even what I want to talk about, bro. So we're not going to talk about. I'm going to say we're not going to talk about the elephant in the room, bro.
I mean, is it an elephant in the room, or you already know, or is it the known secret?
Listen, I was told things. I was like, yo, this dude is the greatest player of all time.
Okay.
And I remember we kept telling folks, hey, when you got this team, listen, you got a team when your number one gets carried not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5, not 6, not 7. Let's try a whole entire playoffs. You get carried by your team. But people were telling us that this guy was a top 5 player, better than certain players. We're not going to say no names. Better than certain players in the league right now. And we kept trying to tell folks there's levels to it, right? And we're seeing it right now. They got. I don't, you see that video that Jay sent us in the group today?
No, I didn't see none of the group video.
Bro, that was funny, bro. It's messed up, but it was funny though. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was funny. Pretty much they were saying, players like greats have moments. We talk about it all the time, right? We asked before, like, what was Jokic's moment, right?
Uh-huh.
Greats have moments in the playoff, like you can remember that. You can pinpoint that moment, right? You can't pinpoint a moment that Jason Tatum's had, bro.
I got one.
What you got, bro?
Didn't he drop 50 in a game 7 against somebody? What year was that?
Like what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah,
3
so I
years
feel like he dropped his thing is the 50 in that game 7 is his moment, which is an early point in the playoffs. It's never been like late in the playoffs. And then his the Kevin Durant series, the one with Brooklyn. He that was like an Ant series to him, kind of in a way, like the way Ant did the Phoenix last year. That's the way Jason Tatum was doing to Brooklyn. But
so
that's
why we can't get that? Why we can't get that consistently though? You were just sitting there talking about Jalen Brunson, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this dude step up every year in the playoffs. He's getting better every year in the playoffs. You see it. He's dragging his team. He damn near dragged his team to the Eastern Conference Finals a couple of years ago when literally everybody was hurt. Got him to a game 7, right? Why don't we see these moments with you, bro? You have the team around you that makes your game easier. I don't understand why it's more difficult with the team around you that makes the game easier than it was before. Because you didn't have that same team when you, like you just said a minute ago, he dropping the 50s and all that stuff. Now you got the team. And it's like, you know what? Like, bro, you're the number one option. This time you're supposed to step up and show folks who you are with the team around you now. But especially now this year, hey, you heard people kind of talking about you last year when Jaylen Brown got both the Eastern Conference MVP and then got the Finals MVP. You'd be like, yo, now it's my turn. Let me step up and do my thing so that way I can get the MVP and start shedding some light toward me. Because a lot of people are not talking about me like that. You talk about me in a negative way, proving people wrong, man. But you have these opportunities to do that. You have the team, and then just like you fall short.
I don't think we even said his name once. That's crazy. Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, I just think that's crazy, bro. I just think that's crazy, man.
They ain't gonna know what we talking about when they generate our clips.
Oh, right.
Because when they say his name, they just like, well,
who you saying? Jason Tatum. I think about what we talking about. I think they probably know.
Yeah, they probably will. Like, oh, we know you're talking about.
Oh, that guy, right?
Yeah. This can only be Jason Tatum.
That sound like what's his name? Jason Tatum.
Oh man. Yeah,
Speaking of which, man. Speaking of guy who got a team around him, King. Let's get to this right here. This is your favorite series right here. Series is tied with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets, man. It's been going back and forth. One team will win, other team will win, other team will win, another team will win. What's your thoughts on this, bro?
I'm kind of worried for the Nuggets.
I
thought they should have won game 4. I thought they had it and they should have won.
Anyway, at home too.
Yeah, when they lost that one, I was like, man, I know it would have been sweeping them at home and all, but they had game 4. Like, you should have won that one. And so with them losing that one and the Thunder going back home, it's like momentum is back on the Thunder side, and plus they at home. So yeah, I don't know, bro.
That was a momentum loss, bro.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Like,
it could be a momentum loss, I should say.
It could be, depending on what 5 do. If you can take the series back, but you could have put your foot on their throats, basically, like everybody else on the East that we just saw, but they didn't. So, yeah.
So if you had to call it right now, what's gonna happen? What you got? Who you got?
I wouldn't bet on either one of these teams, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. So I picked the Nuggets. I'm gonna stay with the Nuggets to win. Because I guess I'd rather see the Nuggets win than I don't even care, bro. I don't care. This is a good ring. I kind of want the East to win the ring. Or Ant or the East.
Okay. You said Ant, huh? Speaking of Ant, boy, Ant and the Timberwolves up 2-1 on the Warriors. They're playing tonight, as a matter of fact. It's Steph playing tonight?
No. Steph out for like, it was at least 4 games, I think, or something like that.
Jesus, bro.
But he gonna come back towards the end. They got at least like a game 6, I think.
Okay, so Golden State is up right now at halftime.
Yeah.
If the Warriors can stay afloat,
if they can win another game, if they can win another game before, you feel me, the series over. If they can win tonight, Warriors still can win the series. But if they lose tonight, it's done.
They can get him time to kind of let Steph get healthy, and then that way he can come back and kind of help them out or whatever. So yeah, I can see that, bro. I'm with you though, bro. I kind of want to see like Ant. Who was that said that? Was it Malate or somebody on the members only said they wanted the Timberwolves and the Pacers? That's kind of who I got, bro. Got Timberwolves and Pacers, bro.
I mean, the Timberwolves, if they get past
or Timberwolves and Knicks, one or two.
If they get past this one, like I said, I don't want to bet against Ant, but I think they'd rather see the Nuggets. If the Nuggets win, Ant really could go to the finals. That's wild. Yeah, that's about to change. But the NBA moving,
Jordan, bro.
I'm saying the NBA moving. That's all I'm saying. So some players better catch up, and that's players that we used to be fans of, or still are fans of. I should say this day right now, they got to catch up because the NBA gonna keep moving. It keeps moving.
Yeah.
This game keeps moving, bro.
This is an important year, bro. Like you said, somebody's legacy is gonna change this year.
Yeah, this is a seismic year, I think. This is about between this championship and the offseason going into next year. This like about to be the closing door probably of a chapter, and we're about to start a new era. That's what I think about to happen.
I agree, bro. I definitely agree. All right, bro. You ready to turn the page, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. We got to get into the next segment, man. You already know this is your favorite segment. And what's that called, King?
Us.
Yeah, you like them pianos, bro? He's always out there playing the pianos. Duh, don't tell too much. Listen, man. As y'all know, tonight's the night. No crisscross.
This dude, no, he didn't, man. Bro was rocking the crisscross. All right, I heard you, bro. I see you, bro.
Oh,
you had your jeans on back. Was that your shirt on backwards right now?
To the team. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Shout out to my old school folks. Y'all, as y'all know, tonight was the NBA draft lottery. And y'all's favorite team of all time, the Dallas Mavericks, got the number 1 pick. Shocked the bleepity bleep out of me. I think I told King I'm still getting text messages and phone calls, man, even at this time of night over this draft lottery. Shout out to Bro Law. He was the first person to hit me up. I was at work. I did not know. I figured I was just going to, get the information after the draft lottery came. And like I said, he's the first one to hit me up. That's when I found out Dallas got the number 1 pick. Bro, they had a 1.8 chance of getting the number 1 pick. Dallas has never had the number 1 pick in draft NBA draft lottery history. It's the first time ever. Now, listen, I'm going to tell y'all the same thing I told a few people who I called, because a lot of them was telling me it was fixed. I'm not going to sit here and argue if y'all think it's fixed, because what do I have? What evidence do I have to say it's not fixed? Right? So if you feel like it was fixed, have at it. I mean, it is what it is, man. It does feel a little questionable, but I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Damon. I know he mad. He probably wished he had the number 1 pick this year compared to last year. Yeah.
Or the year before. He got the 1 bad year, bro.
Yeah. And shout out to Freezy too, man, because he said he was. Which I told Freezy, I don't know why he mad. Do we need to talk about the frozen envelope?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so here's the order right here for those who are listening to it on podcast form. Dallas has the number 1 pick. followed by the Spurs, 76ers, the Hornets, the Jazz, the Wizards, the Pelicans, the Nets, Raptors, Rockets, Trailblazers, Bulls, Hawks, and Spurs again at 14. King has some theories and some thoughts on this draft lottery pertaining to Giannis. So I'm gonna let you take it away, bro.
No, first and foremost, pause on this draft, bro. This lottery, this is fixed. It's fixed. I don't know you want to. It's fixed. We've had stories before, like you said, frozen envelope and stuff like that, where you're like, maybe. Signs point that it's fixed, bro. There's no, come on. The NBA now is the WWE officially. I've been saying that before. It's officially that now. They traded away Luka Doncic for ratings and gave the Lakers back. The Mavericks back their guy as far as the number one draft pick. Anthony Davis, like that wasn't what it's about. That's why it was a secret. The secret was NBA. It's bigger than Nico Harrison and all that stuff. I think when it first happened, I wondered if he was being a scapegoat. I don't know if that's still the issue, whatever like that. But the way I'm feeling right now is that it was the NBA, bro. This was all for the greater good of the NBA. Like I said, I think the teams are about to switch things up. We're about to go into a new era. You see with the NBC News with Michael Jordan and all that stuff getting on there. That's a different thing with that as far as him being like that's major for the NBA. I just think the fix was in, bro. This was a complete fix. You can't prove to me anywhere else. It's a lot of things got to happen, bro. I said before, there's a big offseason for Luka. He's now not only attached to that, but he's attached to Cooper Flag as well now. He got to get the job done. So I think this is what the Mad fans what had to happen. This is what the NBA gave him back for Luka Doncic. So it is what it is. I will not, like I say, I 100% believe that. Like there's no like 85% believe it's a fix. I 100% believe this is fixed, bro. And you know how I usually think about stuff. I'm not one to say, oh my goodness, conspiracy and all that. That's 100% a fix. I truly believe that's that. So Mavericks got their guy. They went from losing their one white guy to getting the American white guy. And now if he's the guy, like it's a bunch of different options, I think now, because now with the Mavericks having the number one pick and Giannis being open and Giannis right before the draft lottery happening, having a report saying that he's open to going somewhere that doesn't have state income taxes and all. Dallas fits that. So with Dallas being there, Dallas has the number one pick. Now, I don't think Nico and them can make that move and make that trade. That's another blow to the Dallas fans to say, hey, we're going to make this move now. But I know the bird in the bush and the bird in the hand, what I would do if maybe I had a decision. But if he's that guy, you got your guy. But I'm more worried about San Antonio because I think after that, if you don't get him with the first pick, I think San Antonio about to get Giannis with the second pick. So,
San Antonio has 2 picks in the lottery.
Yep.
So, listen, bro. Nah, like I said, I know a lot of people say it was fixed and all that stuff. I can't argue that, bro. It does seem fishy. It reminds me a lot of what happened when LeBron left and went to Miami. The Cavaliers end up getting 3 the first overall picks out of 4 years, and I think they had it was 4 top 4 picks.
Yeah.
Was it the 4th pick or top 5? 4?
I know
4.
it was top 5 for sure. All the guys.
Yeah, top 5 for sure. Yeah. And so, 3 out of those 4 years, they had the number 1 pick in the draft. And so, I'm not saying Dallas will get the number 1 pick 3 years in a row, but this was considered one of the best drafts in recent. This is considered one of the best drafts in recent memory. And I can't talk in recent history, recent memory. Yes. So the fact that they end up getting Cooper Flag, bro, which is crazy because you see, it's funny, man. I kind of agree with what a lot of y'all heard in the comment section, man. I just had a feeling. So when Bro Law hit me up and said that, I guess I was more shocked that it actually happened, like that we thought this was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, y'all, I've been a Mad fan my whole life, right? I've never seen anything like this. I've told folks before, we've always either stayed where we were projected at or we moved back in the draft. We never moved up in any type of capacity in the draft lottery. So that just threw me off when I saw that. It's like, yo, people were predicting this. I kind of had a feeling something like this would happen, because of what happened with the whole Luka thing or whatever. And then when it happened, this is like, yo, it actually happened. I can't believe it. Like, we've been asking for the league to look out for the Mavs forever, bro. And they finally did, and it's like wow. Okay, well, and kudos to them, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like King said, they can go a million different ways with this. They can use this as a get out of jail free card. Like King said, he can fill a lot of holes, pause. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this before. When Dallas might have had the chance to get Wemby, right? We talked about the fact that this could definitely help them out in a lot of ways, or they could just go ahead and take that pick and build toward the future, whatever, like Nico talked about. So I don't know. They got different options or whatever, but I agree with King. If he does, if they want to try to get Giannis, it might be the best time to do that, especially with this. I believe this is their last pick.
They have next
No, one
year.
more. Yeah, one more. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you got one more. So because they can't trade. They got to trade one or the other. They can't trade both. Unless they do it during the draft.
They got to get rid of PJ Washington now, I think.
Or. So I was telling, who did I tell this? Who was I talking? So many people's calling me, bro. I forgot who I told. I probably told all of them this. But the fact, because somebody else said the same thing, I said, remember, Anthony Davis does not want to play the 4. I mean, does not want to play the 5. So if you were to turn around and get Giannis and have Anthony Davis, I don't see that working because Anthony Davis does not want to play the 5.
I do.
2, also 2, for the money for you not to gut your team completely, you're gonna have to trade Anthony Davis because he has the bigger contract. So you're gonna have Giannis and then whoever the center is behind him or whatever, right? So you're just replacing him for Anthony Davis. So pretty much you flipped Giannis for Luka.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So I was gonna say I think they can. 2 things. One, I think Anthony Davis and Giannis could work. All you would need is some type of guard play in the background, and let me explain why. When PJ Washington was there, when he had to be the 3, I said I'm worried about PJ being the 3. Like, it's going to be incredible defensively, but PJ just doesn't have the skill for a 3. Like, it's just that's not his gameplay. He plays like a power forward, a guy at the post or whatever like that. That's where you really want PJ Washington to be. If you put Giannis and Anthony Davis together, Anthony Davis can play the 3. Giannis played the 4, and then you got a center. Anthony Davis can do damn near anything you need a 3 to do. And you're going to have a dumb, and I'm not even saying do the move. I'm not saying make the move and all that stuff. I'm saying you got probably like the most versatile, stupid front court in NBA history, bro. Like, AD defending the 3-point line, defending the post, like between the guys that can switch between the 2 of them, the bird and the hand. Like, if you set the team up for right now and you made it an older team where you want it right now, Giannis is already, like we say, a top 3 player in the league. We know what Giannis, a 2-time MVP, defensive player of the year. Like, Cooper Flag could be, somebody said Cooper Flag might be Scottie Pippen. If Cooper Flag is Scottie Pippen, Giannis better than him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because Giannis better than Scottie Pippen. No disrespect to my guy, Scottie. So,
cussing.
It is cussing, even myself. But that's how I feel as far as that, like, and if you would have control over everything, basically, like, bro, Milwaukee just wants that number 1 pick. You have to find a way to give him $50 million to match Giannis. Whatever you decide to give to him with the first pick, they would take. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying do that move, even make that a move, but whatever you give to them, any of the fat on the edges, anything you got as a contract, and you say, hey, PJ gone, hey, Gafford, you want a new contract, you out of here, and all that stuff. Like, you get those guys out of there and you meet 50 mil, and then you get the first pick. That's the type of control you have if you're the Mavericks now. Like, they could have, if they wanted to, if they needed the first pick, they could have traded this first pick to San Antonio and got those picks from San Antonio. But like I said, if you go and get Cooper Flag and you don't get Giannis, I think that second pick is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So you could see Giannis and Wemby play the 5. So that actually will work because Wemby let play the 5.
I think that second pick, if it ain't the first pick, the second pick is Giannis.
You said 76ers?
Nah, 70. It's not going. It's 76 is not getting them.
Nah, I'm joking. You know.
Yeah, but I do think the second pick, though, I think that's Giannis. If the first pick isn't, I don't think, like I said, I don't think that the Mavericks make the move because of what happened with Luka and all that. They can't. They stuck in a way, so they have to keep him no matter what. Cooper and rocked out with this and see what happens. And it could be a good move right now.
Hold on, you don't think that would be a lot of saving grace if they got Giannis back in return?
So I think both of them. That's what I'm saying. So I think either way, it's a good.
That would bring a lot of fans back, bro.
It's a good place to be because it's like getting a super team the way you want it to. Like you get to decide who you get rid of, and you get Giannis, because it's basically getting the number one pick for Giannis. So remember, I try to compare it to the closest thing I compare it to is I know it's hindsight now, but Andrew Wiggins, the hype Andrew Wiggins had coming out of college was like for the number one pick was stupid, and the Cavaliers basically used him to get Kevin Love. And Kevin Love ain't even Giannis, but like you feel me, like you can get Giannis
at that
over
time,
here. Yes, like you can get Giannis over here because of the hype of Cooper Flag alone, of his hype. His hype is like he's enough. They would if Giannis says I want to move, you're saying Milwaukee, you leave one guy, you left your Dirk and went to Luka now. You feel me? Like we give them another piece to keep moving or whatever. But like I said, if you don't get Giannis with the first pick, and this is, I really feel this way, I think the second pick is Giannis. So you better get ready as a Maverick fan to have Giannis in your division because Giannis is going to be the second pick. That's the type of offseason we have, and with a generational draft, supposedly, with a generational player moving or whatever. Like, this is about to get wild.
Now I'm about to ask you a question. What do you think about Cooper Flag, bro?
I don't. So here's my thing. I don't think he's better than Luka. Right?
Well, no, that's not what I'm asking. I guess what I'm asking is, do you think he's a generational player like everybody thinks he is?
So I'm gonna get to the point. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's better than Luka, right? I don't want to go to like I don't know enough about him to be like, oh my goodness, because I don't watch college. I watch the highlights and what they show me in certain games. You watch the USA like game scrimmages and all that stuff. He did that type of stuff, and they showing it. I got you. I see big moments and stuff like that. I got you. Folks tell me different things. From what I've seen from him and looking at him, basically it comes down to you get Giannis right now, and he is a top 3 player right now. What do you project Cooper Flag to be? I don't think Cooper Flag gonna be better than Giannis. If Cooper Flag was to be Scottie Pippen, that's incredible. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't want to bash him and all that stuff, but I don't know. I'm not the highest on him. I should say pause. You feel me? Like I'm not the oh my goodness, sell your whole house, you got Cooper Flag, like, but I can't bet against him because I don't know enough.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've been proven wrong a lot on these draft picks. I don't know. I'm with you. I might need to see it first with him. Maybe get in some summer league or something like that. Because like I said, from folks tell you that he's this like generational type of player or whatever, bro. And I'm just like, okay, I might have to see it. Because it sounds like, yeah,
I think he's gonna be a good player.
Yeah, because I know when you say not say generational, people say, "Oh, you saying he trash?"
No.
Like, it's what they hear, right? Not saying he ain't gonna be no good player. It's just does he have top 3 in the league type of talent? You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, is he gonna be Giannis at some point in his career? Could you see him being Giannis, right? That, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. Like you said, I really didn't watch him in college. I only go by what people are saying. But from a little bit I did see, I'm just like, oh, he's a solid player. Like I don't see anything that just stands out. Is where it's like, oh my God, this guy's gonna, change your franchise and all that stuff. But I mean, like I said, we've been proven wrong before on the draft picks and stuff like that, man. So we'll see. I mean, other than that, bro, ain't really nothing else stands out here on this board. Like I said, other than the fact that the Mavs had the 11th highest odds in the draft lottery and he got the number 1 pick. That was crazy.
I'm a Spurs fan. Shout out to every Spurs everybody versus everybody.
Shout out to Greg.
I know they like ecstatic, bro. They ain't get the number 1 pick. They got the 2 and 14. Like I said, that could end up being Giannis. You feel me? Like they good. San Antonio, like, yes, let's get Wemby back healthy. We got Fox. We get our guys. You got the rookie of the year. Let's get it together.
Yeah, they definitely got a lot of options, bro.
Yeah,
they got a lot of directions they can go.
San
So,
Antonio. Woo. Good draft
yeah,
for
I
San
agree.
Antonio.
Yeah, I agree, bro. But yeah, man, it's just a little look here at the draft lottery that happened tonight. Like I said, Dallas gets the number 1 pick in the draft. All right, King. What was that brought to you by?
Our guys over at Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
All right, man. You want to get to some of these questions, man, before we call it a night?
Yeah, we can get there. Hold on, let me see. Go back to the top.
To the tippy top. Hey.
All right, let's see. What up, Richard? He's a Glow Yard member. He says, so Mavs going young or old? Freaking Spurs made out like a bandit. My poor pal was really a curse, LOL. But was exciting night. LOL, we talked through the whole game. Yeah, we did. I see you, JP. Yeah, man. Let's see anybody else. Richard also said, did y'all do something different? I got notified today. I don't know, Richard. Maybe because something important happened. Richard also says, breaking news, Mavs trade number 1 pick to the Lakers. The Lakers received number 1 pick. The Mavs received Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxey, and Austin Reaves. Fans call Nico a wizard. Parade and Nico honor tomorrow at 5. LOL.
Man, that'd be crazy.
Latte's a Glow Yard member as well. He says, I don't know how I react. Part of me happy for the Mavs. At the same time, to other fans, it's quite hard to accept. At least I get to see Duke Trio, Cooper, Kyrie, and Lively. Yeah. What up, Daniel Berry?
Shout out to Daniel Berry.
Shout out to Too Much.
Too Much, what up?
Glow Yard member, he said we back. Let's effing go. Yes, sir. For y'all. Like I said, bro, I'm going to tell y'all like I told everybody in Playback. If you're a fan of the Dallas Mavericks, you're going to enjoy our show. If you're a fan of the Los Angeles Lakers, you're going to enjoy our show. If you're a fan of the Milwaukee Bucks, you're going to enjoy our show. Shout out to Melissa. If you're a fan of the New York Knicks, you're going to enjoy our show because we're going to talk about basketball and keep it real with y'all. So appreciate you too much. Richard also says Houston unloads war chest, makes historic trade for Cade and Thompson. LOL. Gee. Let's see. Any other questions? Saint said Brunson do dribble they out of the ball. Yeah, be funny. Say hey, Glow Y'all member as well. Yeah, I love y'all.
Hey, shout out to Freezy, man.
Yeah, I know. Richard says I read a comment saying, what a shame Flag walks into a stacked team. It took Luka to 26 and traded him. Now that sucks. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Take advantage of opportunities. It ain't his fault. Richard also says 2-point game at half. I gotta start that up again over there on Playback. It stopped because nobody was over there. Let's see.
We know where y'all were.
Yeah. Anyone else? First in a frozen envelope.
He said worse than the frozen envelope.
Yeah, who was that? I saw it. Somebody said, I think it was Black, then it's definitely written.
Yeah,
no, Eric. It was Eric. He says, this is worse than the frozen envelope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
hey
crazy.
Man, this is crazy.
And this is why I remember we were talking about this on one of the shows when we talking about the whole tanking thing. It's like, bro, now the way that since they got the top 3 teams now have the equal amount of opportunity to get the number 1 seed. Ever since they started doing that, bro, it ain't always been guaranteed that the top 5 teams gonna get the top 5 seeds or whatever. That stuff been, like I said, Houston been last year it was Atlanta. They had the 10th odds. Dallas this year had the 11th odds. So just win, just play your game, bro, and let the chips fall where they may.
Bro, it's the WWE. I tell you, I just enjoy it now. This is definitely, it's scripted, bro. This is entertainment at its best now.
Bro, I don't think the NBA even care, bro.
Blue Fox says, but Flag is 18 years old. Yeah, Blue Fox, is what I'm saying. It's so again, it's like the saying, what the bird in hand is worth more, is worth two in the bush or whatever. Like you have the one in your hand, which is Giannis, and you know what he is. You know, like Giannis is Giannis. You know who he is. Cooper Flag is 18, but you still don't even know who he is. He's still just a college player. And I'm not saying he could be the greatest player of all time. He could be Andrew Wiggins. Like,
You said Adam Morrison?
No, I ain't gonna say that far. I'm just saying I'm gonna go Andrew Wiggins. Adam Morrison didn't really have the hype coming out of college. You throwing shots. But yeah, I'm gonna say more like an Andrew Wiggins. Like he could be that. I'm not saying he would be, but that could happen. But then you'll be like, damn, I could have got Giannis. So, but I'm not saying, like I said, Blue Fox, I'm not saying y'all should do it. I'm just saying there are options for y'all now. Y'all control the trade like scene now. Y'all can make anything happen. Richard said, does the number 2 pick makes Fox expendable? They already have Castle. Castle. Just asking. They probably don't need. I mean, they got to make 50 million match though, so he might be actually.
Like I said, probably the same kind of like the AD thing I was just talking about. To make, if you want to try to minimize the blowing up of the team, you try to get the largest contract. You want to cut back on trying to get as many players, try to keep as many players as you can after the trade.
Latte is also a Gloria member. I might have said that already, but he said it's a sad thing PJ might be gone. Yeah, I think he's gone. I think you got to get rid of him. Plus, in a contract year, like I think you got to trade him. Unless Jason Kidd gonna do Jason Kidd things and not let Cooper Flag start. Austin says he's a Glow Yard member. He said, "Are we Mavs fans again? How y'all feeling?" Me, I don't know. Kind of makes it worse. Nah, Austin, I'm an NBA fan still. I enjoy doing my job right now. I enjoy it. So I enjoy covering the Mavs and everyone else. Everyone can get these shots. He says, "Don't this affect KD's landing spot?" I wouldn't do KD any favors. KD destroys. Well, he's been destroying teams recently. I would send him wherever I feel fit to send him.
Stay away from KD.
Yeah. Nancy's the Glow Y'all member. She says, "Hey guys, what up, Nancy? Hope your families are doing well." They are. Appreciate you, Nancy, for always checking in. Same for yours.
Yeah, same for you, Nancy.
Yeah. Elle says she's a Glow Y'all member. She said, "I want to see Orlando Magic have some Luka magic."
We'll have to see. But what it sounds like, though, it'll sound like he's going to resign with the Lakers.
Latte says, "Were you guys excited about this? I know Nico destroyed the trust between fans and content creators. I was excited for y'all to get this. I told you I was sitting there with Jay and I was saying, I hope y'all get the number 1 pick. But it is what it is. It's just, I told Relle, this means we're going to have to deal with the Mavericks a little bit longer. That's all it meant for me. Like, geez, we try to get away and it's like, damn. So.
NBA said, hold on real quick.
Yeah, say, wait a second. But I want to, before we stop, I know we're getting towards the end, bro. I want to say something about Luka real quick, though, with all this we've been saying. People saying they want Luka to go other places and all that. This is the biggest offseason. I've been yelling this since Luka got traded. This is going to be the biggest offseason. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. This is the biggest offseason in Luka Doncic's career. Like, Luka is on a pedestal now. They put the magnifying glass on him. They've been talking about his issues again after the playoff series. You know how it goes. They do what they do. He can't come back next year with any excuse. It can't be because of him. He has to take it seriously. There's no more excuse. He has Braun beside him. Like, a cheeseburger shouldn't be the difference. I'm sorry if you got, like, then we need help. We need help. We need to talk to other folks. We need to find a way to do this. Like, we got to get you in the best shape you can be in because they're going to talk about you. If you need to take time away from the basketball, you need to get yourself in shape. They're going to set you up. Get ready because you're going to be talked about with everything now. You're now attached to this Cooper Flag trade now to go along with that. What happened with Nico? You're a Laker already, so you know how that go. And then, like, just the NBA is moving. Like, it's continuously moving. Anthony Edwards, you have to take this off season seriously, Luka, or they will destroy you. We talk about it all the time. They put people on pedestals to destroy you. They will destroy you, Luka. And if Luka goes and does that and then goes and plays with a joker or something like that, it's going to change my opinion of Luka. I'm not going to lie to y'all because I thought Luka was one of those dudes. And if he goes over there, I feels like he's not one of those dudes then. And I still don't believe that it's over. Like, I think he's going to have this offseason. I'm hoping, but you got to get it done, man. He in the limelight.
Well said, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Rocking with your boys for another episode, man, of Cap and Crown. Y'all already know, man, if you're new to the channel, into NBA content, go ahead and do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Also, too, everybody hit them likes, man. Hit the likes for you boys, man. Help us build that algorithm up. I think I see some people said they finally getting the notifications, man. So maybe that's a good thing for us, man. That folks starting to get the word now. But listen, guys, you also too want to become a member, like you saw some of the people on the screen. Simply hit that join button right next to the subscribe button, man. Join us here on Friday mornings, y'all. We have a show for the members every Friday morning, man. So we definitely appreciate y'all joining us for that. Also, too, man, follow me on my other channel, Cause We Geeked. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Superman trailer drops some Wednesday. Matter of fact, the new one drops Wednesday, so we'll probably talk about that. Hopefully get a show in, man. So I'm waiting on Cuz, but hopefully get a show in this week. If we do, we'll definitely be talking about that. But yeah, Kings, anything else I'm forgetting, bro?
Follow me on my other show, We Talk Combat. So we talk all things combat, sports, and sports entertainment. I don't know. This weekend we have a little bit of tea we got to talk about. Excuse me, with some news on some wrestlers. Hulk Hogan saying some ridiculous stuff. So if you're a wrestling fan, interested in recaps of the shows for the week, WWE especially, and also PLEs and just wrestling, I guess, gossip in a way, join us at We Talk Combats. We're on our first goal. We're trying to get to 500. We're growing actually fast. We appreciate everybody that's helping us out. And give us a like and subscribe over there if you could. Appreciate you. Share, more share, all that nonsense as well. I'm sorry, y'all be forgetting that. I got too many things to say now. But a like is the same as a share.
You want to read this?
Austin says, love that y'all are doing comments again. Feel like we all ain't talked in a while. Not gonna lie, I missed our Mavs community. It's still the glow yard over here, Austin. We good.
Yeah, we still got Discord and all them good things too, man. We still be up in there. Shout out to Div. He ain't been there in a while, so you know what I'm saying. But listen, man. We definitely appreciate everybody, man. Like I said, rocking with your boys. We will be back here on Wednesday, y'all. So join us here for another episode on Wednesday. I guess that's all I got, King. Man, listen, man. That's only one thing I got to say. I forgot what I usually say is, oh yeah, Cap